Good day. Today I'll be talking about the Cybersecurity Awareness Bot. The purpose and concept of the bot. In today's digital world, threats like phishing scams, weak passwords, and unsafe browsing habits are becoming more common. This chatbot acts as a virtual awareness tool, guiding users with tips, answering questions, and promoting good cybersecurity practices in a simple and accessible format. Chatbot initialization and personalization. This program is a console-based cybersecurity awareness chatbot designed to engage with users in a friendly and informative conversation about online safety. When launched, it begins by playing a welcome audio greeting, creating a warm and interactive first impression. The console window is customized with a title and blue text, followed by the display of a visually appealing ASCII art banner that introduces the chatbot as the user's cybersecurity buddy. User interaction. After the initial setup, the chatbot greets the user with a typing effect and prompts them to enter their name. This personalizes the interaction and helps the chatbot tailor responses. Once the user provides their name, the chatbot acknowledges it using speech synthesis, speaking the greeting aloud to make the conversation feel more natural and engaging. Next, the program asks the user if there's a specific topic they are interested in learning about, like phishing or data protection. The input is processed to extract the relevant topic, which the chatbot then remembers to reference later in the conversation. This feature allows the chatbot to focus the discussion on areas the user might find most relevant, enhancing the overall learning experience. Main flow and loops. The chatbot then displays a list of available cybersecurity topics and example questions that the user can ask. It encourages interaction by allowing users to type questions or general chat prompts. The main chat loop listens for user input, validates it, and responds accordingly using both text output and speech synthesis. If the user inputs an invalid or empty query, the chatbot politely requests a valid question. When the user types exit, the chatbot says goodbye and ends the session. Throughout the interaction, the chatbot uses a combination of console colors to differentiate between user input, chatbot responses, and system messages, making the conversation clear and visually organized. When the session ends, the chatbot saves the chat history, preserving the conversation for future reference or analysis. How the play welcome audio method works. The play welcome audio method is responsible for playing an audio greeting when the program starts. It takes the file name of the audio file as a parameter, constructs the full path to that file in the program's current directory, and then checks if the file exists. If the file is found, it uses a sound player object to play the audio, ensuring the greeting is heard before proceeding. If the file is missing or an error occurs, during playback, the method catches the exception and displays an error message in the console, alerting the user without crashing the program. This feature adds a welcoming and professional touch to the chatbot experience. Handle user query method. The handle user query method is the core of the chatbot's intelligence, responsible for interpreting the user's input and providing meaningful, context-aware responses. It starts by checking if the input is null or empty, in which case it returns without doing anything. The method uses several dictionaries to store categorized responses, sentiment responses for emotional expressions, responses for general questions, detailed responses for follow-ups, keywords for mapping various keywords to primary topics, and tips for sharing cybersecurity advice. To process the input, it first cleans the text by removing punctuation and converting it to lowercase. It then analyzes whether the user's input is a follow-up question by checking for specific phrases like "tell me more about" or words like "explain" and "details." This helps the chatbot determine whether to expand on a previously discussed topic. Next, it checks if the input reflects any user sentiment,
such as being worried or curious, and responds accordingly using the sentiment responses dictionary. If there's no sentiment match, the chatbot checks for exact matches within the responses dictionary. If a match is found, the corresponding response is spoken and the current topic is updated so that the bot can handle follow up queries intelligently. If the user's input is a follow up and there is a current topic stored, the chatbot fetches a more detailed explanation from the detailed responses dictionary. This allows it to build on previous discussions, creating a more conversational and human like experience. Should those check fails, the chatbot tries to find partial matches within the responses dictionary by checking whether any keyword is contained in the user input. It personalizes the response slightly if the keyword matches the user's favorite topic. If that still doesn't yield a match, the method checks again for the sentiment and then moves to the tips dictionary to provide advice if the user input matches the tip keyword. If none of the above match, the method uses the keyword groups dictionary to find broader keyword associations. If all else fails, a fallback tip is randomly chosen from a predefined list to ensure the chatbot still provides helpful cybersecurity information, even if it doesn't fully understand the input. Throughout the process, respond with speech is used to outspoken responses, maintaining an engaging user experience.
Typing effect method. The typing effect further enhances the realism of the chatbot conversation. After the loading phase, the chatbot does not instantly display the full response. Instead, it reveals the reply gradually, character by character, just like a human typing out a message. This typing animation keeps users engaged by making the interaction feel more personal and less mechanical. It adds a dynamic visual element that mimics natural conversation flow and makes the chatbot seem more approachable and friendly. Loading effect method. To improve the user experience, the chatbot includes a loading effect that simulates thinking or processing time. When the chatbot receives a user's message, instead of replying immediately, it shows a brief loading animation or indicator. This loading effect gives users the impression that the chatbot is actively working on their query, making the interaction feel more natural and human-like. It also helps manage user expectations by signaling that a response is coming soon, preventing the chat from feeling abrupt or robotic. Save chat history method. Chat history stores a record of previous conversations, allowing the chatbot to remember what was discussed before. This enables the chatbot to provide more personalized and relevant responses based on earlier interactions. It also helps users avoid repeating information in each new chat session. The chat history is stored securely and used solely to enhance the user's experience while maintaining privacy. Respond with speech method. The respond with speech method allows the chatbot to convert its text-based replies into spoken words, providing a more interactive and natural user experience. By using speech synthesis technology, the chatbot can vocalize responses, making conversations feel more engaging and accessible, especially for users who prefer listening over reading. This method supports various voices and languages, enhancing communication flexibility across different contexts.